Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video, and for today's video we're going to be weekly checking in for week 3 for me, which, as you guys may or may not know, is from the 18th until the 24th, which I will be laying down my stickers in my monthly view first. So how I use my monthly view is I lay down stickers. As you guys can see, I have a little key here with the respective colors per category as I am spending money. So I have cash envelopes that I do keep in my personal planner. Here it is. Let me just take them out actually while we're here. I've actually had these categories for quite some time, but these are just things that I am mostly bound to spend money on. So those would be things like groceries for me, we have eating out, we have gas, allowance, and beauty. So those are my 5 cash envelope categories. I actually have one more, which is tithe, but that I use it at the very beginning of the month, so that is why you guys don't see it in my weekly check-in videos. But those are the envelopes that I am going to weekly check in for. So I do like to weekly check in to see how I'm doing week by week with my cash envelope, so that way all of my money lasts me throughout the month. As you guys know, I only stuff my cash envelopes once a month just because I have made it easy for me, and I am really thankful that I have the opportunity to do so. So that is what we're going to be doing for today. I also will be updating you guys as to how my sinking funds are doing and what I've spent from my variable income sources. So let's go ahead and get started. I think this might be the last weekly check-in I do, and then the last one will be in the same video as my results. Okay, so I have food, gas, shopping. As you guys see, I only have 3 categories here, which the reason why I have that is because I do like to group some of my cash envelopes together just for space purposes. I do utilize every single one of my notes pages in my deluxe monthly planner, which this is a planner that I use as my budget planner. So I like to have this weekly check-in in one page. I could write out, let's say, all of my categories per week and take up 2 pages, but honestly, right now I use every single page and I just like to group them together. Of course, this is not going to work for everybody, so I don't suggest you do that unless it works for you. But that's just what I've done for so long that I am accustomed to it, and I love it this way. Of course, once I, let's say, pay off my debt, I'll go ahead and have more room, and maybe we'll add even more cash envelope categories. Who knows? This is just really the point in my life that I'm in where I need that extra page for, let's say, my debt tracker and debt payoff plan sort of deal. So let's see. We can go ahead and go to the monthly view. I actually have all of my stickers printed out, which I don't think I'm going to zoom out too much because I want you guys to see, but I have payday stickers. No, I'm going to use it for the last week, but I ended up printing a no spend sheet for me, so I already filled in the no spends that we had last week that I wasn't able to do in the last video. I also have one bill. I have my budget expense stickers. These are the only ones I'm going to use. So let's go ahead and get started. I also have, I'm like all over the place. Sorry guys. I have this little micro happy planner. I think this is the micro happy notes, I think it's called, where I have all of my cash envelope trackers. I don't know, I just really like to keep this in here, and I use it for not only that but a couple of other things. So it's nice that it's small enough that I can carry it with me anywhere. So that's what I have there. Let's see, the very first purchase I had was on the 20th. And I reloaded my Starbucks little card. I think I did go on a Starbucks run with Paul this day. I want to go day by day. So I also purchased for my allowance finally. I was trying to save my allowance for Black Friday, but I saw something that I really wanted, which was Skims. And if you guys don't know what Skims is, it was $70, by the way. It was on the 20th. Skims is Kim Kardashian's shapewear line, and I don't know if you guys like Kim Kardashian or anything. I mean, I'm not like in love with her or anything, but her shapewear like collection really intrigued me, and I wanted to purchase them. So I ended up buying 2 because I wanted that free shipping, and I also got one for my sister. So the one for my sister is not here because I am taking it out of my Christmas sinking fund, which you guys will also see that. So I ended up getting free shipping, and that's the reason why I got 2 things, which came out to $70, which seems like a lot of money, but I do want to start wearing some sort of like shapewear under my clothes just to keep everything together. I don't know if that makes sense. Don't want to go too much into detail, but I did take that out of my allowance. So that means that I should have $30 left, which we'll go ahead and check my cash envelopes as we're weekly checking in. So let me not get ahead of myself there. Then my next purchase was on the 22nd. So on the 22nd, I went to Target. I ended up spending $75 because I purchased quite a bit of things, especially because I hadn't gone grocery shopping since the 10th. So I definitely needed to pick up a bunch of things. And I think I even picked up wine for the Thanksgiving sort of Friendsgiving celebration I went to. So that was on the 22nd. That's it for that. The next purchase would be for Northgate on the 23rd. Supermarket as well. I forgot that I didn't pick up like a cheesecake or anything from Target, so before the Friendsgiving celebration I went to Northgate and just picked up like a cheesecake and I think like coconut cream pie. I don't know, I might have overspent in that way, but I really wanted to have enough for everybody, but there ended up being a lot of food left over and like desserts and stuff, so I don't know, but that's what I ended up purchasing the 22nd and the 23rd. And then last but not least, on the 24th, I did end up going to downtown LA to purchase my maid of honor dress. I went with my mom and I ended up having a hot dog there, which I don't know if you guys have ever had a hot dog from anywhere in downtown LA. They're pretty good. So I spent $5 for that, so I'm taking that out of my eating out cash envelope. And then I have this yellow expense sticker for my maid of honor dress, which ended up being $170. The dress itself I believe was $145, but getting it hemmed and cut like to my height was $25, so that in total was $170, which the reason I have that as an other little budget expense sticker is because I don't necessarily have that money in my cash envelopes, which I weekly check in for, but I did have a budgeted amount for that in my budget. So anything that's other are things like that. So for this month, I think I only had things like my maid of honor category, which as you guys can see, I'm under budget so far, but I still have to buy some shoes for that. Not sure if I'll have enough time to do it before the month ends, but if anything, I'm just going to go ahead and add a bit of money for shoes next month because I definitely need those to go along with my dress. So that is what I spent on Sunday, and I think that, yeah, that is pretty much it. The last thing actually that I have here is my Bill Due sticker. This one is the color of my budget kits. I also do have these in Erin Condren colors, Bank of America card payment due, which I'm super excited for you guys to see my debt snowball video that should be coming up later on this week. So that's the reason why I'm not going to put an amount yet. Okay, so let's go ahead, and now that I have everything, move on to my weekly check-in. For food, as I mentioned, that is both groceries and eating out, so all of the pink stickers. So we have 4 of them, so let's go ahead and add them up. 10 for Starbucks, 75, 22, 75, and 20, oh, and $5 for the hot dog, which was delicious. So in total, I spent $110 from food. So I'm going to subtract the remaining from the spent of this week. That means that I should have $42 left. So let's see. For groceries, we should have $27 left, which we do, I believe. Yeah, so we have 20, 25, 26, 27. So I do think I'm going to end up giving these $27 to my mom, just for like Thanksgiving dinner or anything. So that probably is going to be gone by the end of the month. Then eating out, I should have 15, which 15 plus 27 equals 42, and I do have 10 and 5. I think this money should have been gone because I went to get boba with my friends, but my friend Natalie ended up paying for that, so thank you, girl. Okay. Then gas, we should still have 60, which we do. 20, 40, 60. There, so we know we haven't spent gas, but I definitely will be pumpkin gas the last week of the month, because when was the last time I pumped gas? Well, I pumped gas on the 17th. That was for my mom's car because mine was at the dealership. The last time I pumped gas for my car was on the 29th, so at the end of last month. So yeah, it will definitely be time to pump gas here. We're all good with gas. Next is shopping, which is allowance and beauty. So I did have a purchase, as you know, for $70. So let me check off the pink ones that I've already tracked. So $70 for Skims, which I think I should be getting either today or tomorrow, I think. So 180 minus 70 is 118. I should have left over. So for allowance, I should have $30, which I do, 20, 30. I am going to save this for Black Friday. Or I don't know, I really want to buy some sort of like booties or something, but is $30 enough? Who knows? And then for beauty, we should have 88. So that is 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88. Still have money in here. I think I might, yeah, I'm gonna go get some hair dye, because I think I have some for this month, but just to have for next month. And then I think on Black Friday, I don't necessarily want to buy makeup, but I definitely want to get like skincare or something, because I need to take better care of my skin. Okay, so that is it. And then once again, we don't have any unbudgeted expenses, which is really, really great. So I'm going to put 0 here, and then a dash because I don't budget anything for that. So that is pretty much it for the weekly check-in part of it. Yes. The last thing I'm going to do would be just to check this off. And I'm not going to check off the other sticker just because I do check in with that when I am doing my monthly budget results. So then last thing that I can do on this page will be to put my no spend sticker. So I had a no spend on Monday and on Tuesday. Perfect. Okay, so we're all good here. Just want to zoom you guys out a little bit so you can see how that looks. Nice. So we only have one more week left, and then we're moving on to December. Crazy. Okay, next thing that I want to show you guys will be my sinking funds, which this is going to be kind of all over the place. I know, because I kind of forgot about a couple of things, but I ended up adding them after the fact. So as you guys can see, these are all of my funds, and this is the transaction log for those funds. So whatever money I have in my sinking funds are completely separate from my actual monthly budget, because I have been saving for these for months past. So I like to keep them separate in the way that I have the money, as well as in the way that I spend the same money. So I have a transaction log that only corresponds to the sinking funds. So for this week, I've had quite a couple of transactions. So on the 18th, I ended up buying some Michael Bublé concert tickets, which I don't know if you guys know this, but I really love Michael Bublé. I was actually supposed to see him in concert this past year, but something happened and it didn't end up going. So this time I was sure to get the extra insurance, just because I don't want something else, let's say, coming up and me not being able to get my money back. So the total of that was $201, but as you guys can see, I only had $100 in my entertainment category, which is where I would get the concert tickets out from. So I decided to also get the rest of the money, so 101, from my adventures, which could go hand in hand. And honestly, both of these could be considered my personal sinking fund, so that's the reason why I thought it was okay to take out that money. But I usually wouldn't do this. This was an exception because I did not know that he was going to be back in concert for the new year. So I was really, really happy and I'm excited. That total was for both of those. And then on the 22nd, I spent for my medical sinking fund. I finally picked up my contacts, which it actually ended up being less than I thought. So that was $60. And for the description, I just put 1 day 90 pack contacts. The reason I wanted to put this whole description was because this way I will know when the 90-day pack will end and I can plan from now forward, because the reason it was so cheap was because my insurance covered most of it, but now in the future I won't have that because it only covers for once a year. So I definitely will be having to save for the full amount, which I believe is like $180. So definitely wanted to take that into consideration by putting that as my description. And then last but not least, which was supposed to be before that, was for my Christmas sinking fund. It was on the 20th and the amount was $40, which was for Ivana's Christmas present, which once again I mentioned I bought from the Skims website. So that is how my sinking funds look. I do think I might end up buying some Christmas presents during Black Friday, so I might just combine them all and put like a little sticky note like I usually do and just put Christmas presents. We'll see. You guys will see how this looks in my results video. So that is pretty much it for my sinking funds spread, and now moving on to my variable income. So for my variable income spread, I have kind of gone a little bit crazy, which I knew it was going to come because Christmas season is coming, so people are starting to come out with Christmas kits, a bunch of just celebratory things, and I'm all here for it, you know? So as you guys know, my sources of income this month are YouTube, Share Sale, Etsy, and Patreon. But let me take this one out and talk about it at the end. But since the last time we were here, I spent $29 on the 19th from Simply Gilded for the Sweet Celebration sub box, which I'm super excited about. There's a ton of things in there that I really am excited for. Then on the same day for $35.13, I purchased from Once More With Love because she was having her 4-year anniversary sale, so I definitely wanted to support her there. On the 18th, which I didn't put, I've been all over the place if you guys can't tell. On the 18th, I spent $11.39 from Shippo, which is basically where I buy my shipping labels for stuff. And as a description, I have giveaway shippings for a giveaway price for one of my patrons. So that was that. Next up here, on the 22nd for $19.94 from Couture Pens, I bought the Fox and Pib collab pen, which I probably shouldn't have done. I know I have a ton of pens, but I couldn't resist it, and especially because there was a whole collab, which if you're in the planner community, then you know all about this, and if you're not, you're probably not going to understand it, but there was a big Luxe collection collab, which a couple of shops were included in there, so I wanted to buy from as many shops as I could, but honestly, after the third purchase, I was just like, okay, you need to stop it, you already even bought the pen, and so I had to contain myself. Wish I would have contained myself before, but everything is so cute and I can't wait to set up stuff on camera because I've missed filming videos on camera and I definitely want to show you guys more of that. So I just went ahead and put a little sticky note since it was all for the Luxe collab. So the first shop was XO Caroline Designs. I spent $24.95. Then from the Fox and Pip, I spent $39.03. And last but not least, from Sparkly Paper Co., which this was my first time purchasing anything from her, I spent $33.78. So that is what I've spent from my variable income sources this month so far. I do already see a bunch of Black Friday sales, so there's still that I have to look forward to, but I don't want to go too crazy. So with that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already, and hopefully I will get to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.